Mission start.
Hello, everybody. This is Mission Star Podcast Episode 8. Technically, it should be episode 9, but I'll just tell you as it is. Last month, I got lazy and I didn't complete the episode or edit it or do anything. So, anyways, I'm here with my fellow cameraman, my fellow man, also known as Jeebus, aka Alex Darling.
Yo.
That was a great entrance. So
I aim to please.
yeah. So today, or at least with the first segment, it'll just be me and Alex. But to let you guys know what's gonna happen is that in the first segment will be me and Alex. The second segment we'll introduce you guys to one of our new members to our website. And the third segment will go with the news, or at the top news of March, or for this past month. So anyways, yeah, so with that, what you been playing, Alex?
Alright, so, let's see, in honor of Conviction coming out sometime soon, I've decided to get through Double Agent.
Nice.
Yeah, which, it's like, I want to like it, but there are some parts where it's just like, oh.
Is it having that kind of old style gen old what's the word I'm looking for? Does it still have that kind of that rust that it had a few years ago?
No, it's not so much rust, but, well, actually, I suppose it might technically be. Alright, so here's what happened. I'm like in the 6th level. I've kind of been getting used to the whole idea of having extra little mission things that I can do. Like, what's an example? Finding out the profiles of the people and the organization I'm trying to kind of overthrow.
Right.
And so, it's in the 6th episode. I'm in their kind of like stronghold place, you know, where they sleep, where they go, their plans, where they make mines and shit, and I get up to like the big guy's office, you know, the boss, the main honcho, and there's supposed to be this door that you're able to open to get into his bedroom and get his personal profile or personal information, some kind of crap like that. And it is impossible for me to open the door.
What is it a glitch, or is it the fact that there's something that you haven't done yet, maybe?
It's definitely a glitch, because there are people who have apparently been able to do this normally, except I can't.
Oh, that sucks. So how are you gonna bypass it?
Well, actually, that's a funny story. I actually managed to get the guy to open the door, and there's like this little peekaboo game that I have to do in order to like turn off the lights, get him to move around, get him to open the door again, because I still can't open it from the inside. All of this while a timer is running.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, I think it gives you like 22, 23 minutes in order to do all this crap, and after like a run through or two, I've kind of figured out how I've got to go through everything as fast as I can, get to this place, and how to get to that place, and blah, blah, blah.
Dude, I can only imagine the amount of patience you have to have for that particular part.
No, there was a lot of saving involved.
Yes. Quick save is your friend.
Yeah, which actually leads me to my second problem, which is, with all the saving involved, it gets kind of hard to keep track of everything, because it's not like they have some system where it goes, okay, this is from earliest to latest or oldest or whatever. So I've got like 100 saves for trying to do this whole level over and over and over again as fast as I can.
God damn, dude.
Yeah. I could just kind of, like, skip a few or whatever, but I kind of want to get everything in this playthrough.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, and then you have it for PC too, which makes it fun.
Yeah, luckily I have a controller.
Hmm.
Yeah, so anyway, I decided that the smart thing to do would be to just go through, go and find where the files are saved, and then I can just delete a bunch of those, except for the latest one, which is in the new mission after I've kind of gotten everything done. So I find those, and then I start deleting, and then I go back into the game, because I don't know, I think I wanted to continue the mission that I was on a little bit or something. And then I realized that when I was loading, it was acting as if I didn't do any of the crap I did before.
Oh shit! That means all the stuff that you did is like, oh fuck.
Yeah, it deleted my profile.
Ah, dude, I feel your pain. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. Well, luckily a lot of the crap that I did was like in the last couple of days, so it's still fresh in my mind, but yeah, fuck you.
Oh man. Oh, dude, that the exact same thing happened to me for my Mass Effect 1 profile when I was getting ready to transfer Mass Effect 2. Didn't realize that it was erased because of the Xbox 360 update, the new dashboard update, and it erased it. So I had to play Mass Effect 1 all over again just for Mass Effect 2. It was a pain in the ass to complete, though.
Yeah, but what can you do?
Yeah.
At least I know how the fuck to get past that one part.
Which part?
With the guy where I couldn't get into through the door.
Oh, the glitch. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty lucky because the funny thing about that, the way that I get him to do it is the ultrasonic emitter, this little gun that kind of shoots a whistle over somewhere, so that it kind of sounds like it's somewhere else.
Cool. Awesome. Oh, you mean like, I think I know what you're talking about. Is it like a, crap, what was it called again?
The ultrasonic emitter.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. You can shoot it like anywhere, and then you can remotely like control it with. Hold on, I cannot talk today. So basically, it's something you can shoot off, and you can remotely control when it lands somewhere, and then you can have it emit noise or anything like that.
I think you're thinking of a sticky camera. This is something a little different.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a... I'm not really sure how it works. I think it like kind of shoots off this little kind of thing that does whistle or whatever. It might be some sort of actual ultrasonic thing where it doesn't sound like anything until it hits the wall or whatever. But
Cool.
But the thing about that is, it doesn't seem to work very well, or at least it didn't when I first tried to use it in the earlier levels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I was using it wrong, but it seemed like before, instead of like actually hitting the target where they would start looking for it wherever they heard it, they would start coming straight for me.
So the point of shooting it doesn't really help you at all at this point.
Yeah, it didn't really work at the first time, so it's one of those things where now I'm like, okay, I have to use this. I better be ready to run. Fuck you, bastard.
Well, cool. I'm sure. See, I think the Splinter Conviction demo is only on 360 and PS3. I don't know if it's up for PC yet.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
Okay. Yeah.
I think they were saying something about it being 360 and PS3 only because they didn't want to. I don't know. It was just easier somehow.
Really? Wait, so isn't it?
Well, if you think about it, if you have to do a demo for a PC game, you have to come up with all this crap for, like, if they have different kinds of graphics cards and some sort of accelerations might not work right. They have to account for all this crap, and it's probably easier to just not bother and have everyone like just buy it.
That, and it's kind of late to put a demo since it's coming out next week, I think. Wait, it was today. Take that back. No, in a week and a half. Yeah.
It'll be soon enough.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I'm trying to remember. So, Conviction, the whole Splinter Cell series is made by Ubisoft, right?
I think so.
Okay, because
I don't pay attention to that kind of crap.
Because usually with Ubisoft games, especially with the last several, especially with Assassin's Creed 2, is that majority of the time, there's always a PC version of it, and you can always get it online on Steam or whatever. So I'll be kind of surprised, kind of not surprised if they don't put a PC version out there, just because they've done it for the past other 4 Splinter Cell games.
I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
The question is if it has that bullshit DRM.
That would be a curious question, because if it's the same like Assassin's Creed 2, then the DRM, like the weird thing about the DRM for Assassin's Creed 2 is that all you need is an internet connection, and when you play the game, and that's it. Like, you can have the game, and you can just have an internet connection to play it. Which is weird, because then, like, what about the people who don't have internet, like, wants to play the game but doesn't have the internet to, or at least using it at that moment?
They're obviously fucked.
Yes. Or would suck? If their servers crash down, or they close it down and nobody can play the game anymore. Oh, dude, that would suck.
That kind of happened.
Yeah. I know it does with some games, but yeah. Huh. We'll have to see how that turns out.
Yeah, that would be really... Like, the saves are fucked up enough now.
Yeah, really.
Well, I think that the first one was Ubisoft Montreal. Or maybe... I think it was them, and then Pandora Tomorrow was Ubisoft Shanghai, and then it went back to Montreal, and I think it's still at Montreal now. But I'm not entirely sure.
Didn't Double Agent was made by Shanghai?
It could have been. I'm not sure. I know Chaos Theory was made by Montreal. So maybe, yeah, I think they are having that cycle where it would be Montreal, then Shanghai, then Montreal, then Shanghai.
Right. It's funny that the work between the two, like, you don't see much of a difference, or like, even if you do, like, there isn't much of a kind of design or kind of a production difference between the games that they both companies make. It's kind of the same. It's kind of the same thing as Infinity Ward and Treyarch making the Call of Duty games. One in Modern Warfare and the other one in, like, old school Call of Duty.
Well, I can see the way the saves are handled.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what else have you been up to?
Well, the season's kind of been ending on anime. Finished up Toro Kazaku no Railgun. I think there's one more episode of Kimi ni Todoke. Amamari Himari was finished in the last episode. There's still more Durarara left.
Yeah, I was actually surprised on that. I thought it was like a 13-episode series, but then I looked it up. It's a full 24-episode series. Like, oh shit, this is awesome.
Yeah, I was surprised with that too, because it seemed kind of almost like something that would fly under the radar, so they don't want to put too much money on it. But I guess Bakano kind of, I don't know, gave it some more credit, so they decided to go with 24.
Right. And yeah, like the thing that was kind of weird to me is that, especially if you've seen like the last episode of Duraraha, is that
Do rah rah rah.
do rah rah rah.
Think cheerleader.
Right. Like
Rah rah, sister.
Yeah.
Go on.
But the weird thing is that especially if you've seen like the last episode of it, like it looks like it could end there. Like the season could end with the last episode they just shown. Like everybody seems to be, kind of in their own state of mind, or like kind of like it has like that kind of closure to each character in a way. And I know they're going to expand it, but it's just kind of weird how they set it up for the first, especially for the last episode. Shortly, just say a little bit. I'm loving this series. Like I haven't seen a series that has kind of been like sort of more, I wouldn't say realistic, but like more kind of to the common person. Like, because anime is always a bunch about it. There are always some animes that are like kind of relates, to college students, or kind of, based on real life. But then there are some animes that are like completely like bullshit anime that would just never happen ever.
So you mean it's kind of more realistic?
Yeah, like it deals with,
aside from the monsters.
Okay, aside from the monster and like the head that is cut off and is still there, but aside from that, it's more realistic, and it's in the modern art style to where I can totally dig this series for what it is.
Yeah, it does kind of have that feel like, well, aside from the Headless Horseman thing, that it could actually happen.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of early, but actually it's probably one of the reasons why they kind of have the closure that they do now, because I think that Japan goes on like a 13-episode cycle for a season. So this is kind of the end of the season for them. And then they're just going to have another season next.
I'm just curious what they're going to do next for like the next half of the season, because I wonder, like, are they gonna go into the route of saying, oh, here comes this new gang coming in, and everybody's got band together to defeat them, that type of shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I just hope the rest of the series is just as good as the first 12.
Yeah, I figure they'll probably go into Kita's story now, or at some point in the future.
Yeah.
Shinra kind of screwed himself.
Oh yeah, he did.
The second I saw that cookie, where it was like, your romance is kind of screwed.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you are fucked, kid.
Yeah, like seriously, like I was in the episode 11 when I was watching it, when crap, how you pronounce the main character's name? Mikito or
Mikado?
Yeah, Mikado. Like, well, because at that point, like, I thought he was just, oh man, this guy is just a pussy. This guy is like Shinji. He is like the Shinji of the series. And then, like, when he busts out with like he goes to the computer and like organizes a whole shit towards the end, is like, oh shit, he got balls. He just like grew a pair and like actually became more of a better character than he was.
Yeah. He still seems kind of weak to me. I mean, I know there's the whole strength in numbers thing, but...
True. Oh, he did kick Kita like out of the way, like in the last episode when he was trying to confess his love to what's her name?
Henri?
Yeah.
I don't see that going.
I don't know. I think he's a good shot. Not Kita, but their dude.
No, I think Mikado is kind of screwed.
We'll see. We shall see. But anyways, go on with your talk.
Yeah, that's actually another thing I don't quite like about Mikado. It's like the, let's see, I think it was episode 4 or 5. It was whenever, Shizuru and Izaya have that kind of little standoff in the street.
Oh, yeah. And he's just kind of
One where he
standing there.
punches the one guy out of the clothes.
Yes.
That was hilarious.
I could never get tired of watching that part.
Special technique, nudist punch.
I can't even imagine like how that can like, I don't know. It's just there's like, can you imagine like somehow the guy just kind of, he gets punched and like the entire just velocity of the punch like threw him back to where his clothes came off. It's like, dude, like it's like you have a punch of like fucking Falcon from Super Smash Brothers.
Captain Falcon.
Yeah.
Well, those gangsters wear all the loose clothes and shit.
True, that is true.
At this point, though, I really just want to see Seiji get his ass beat.
Yeah, I do too. And after realizing that she didn't replace her head, but really what it was is just she had cosmetic surgery to look exactly like Celity. And he like says at the end like, even though you're not her, I'll still love you just because you remind me of her. It's like, dude.
The body's right there, you sick fuck.
Yeah. And she's okay with it because she's like head over heels over him, even though he tried to kill her. It's like, yeah.
They're both fucked up in the head, along with his sister.
Yes. Well, yeah. Yeah.
He's got a mother complex.
Yeah.
That is not mentally stable.
She's in love with her brother. She wants to bang him.
She ever say Oni-chan?
She never did. But like,
That would be hilarious.
That would be. I know Seiji keeps calling her, wait, does he say like niece?
One-chan?
Yeah, he does.
Nee, One-chan, hide this body for me.
Yeah, really. Could you please just like hide it so that nobody will capture me, and then like later on she turns it to the person that he likes. Oh yeah, the Addams Family. Da-da-da-da.
Well, Celty is technically undead.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
Ironically, one of the more stable characters.
Yeah,
John.
I'm just thinking like how, well, who knows? I mean, like she might find her head eventually, but yeah, we'll have to see how it turns out. But yeah, Celty and I'm bad with names. The scientist guy.
Shinra?
Yeah. Huh.
Underground doctor, actually.
Interesting. Anyways, go on. We're kind of like sidetracking off of what you were talking about.
Yeah. I think the only thing that's really left for this season right now, besides what I said, is No Dame Canticle. And the next episode is supposed to be the last, except I don't think that the subs are out quite yet.
Oh, I gotcha. Added
Kind of one of those. It's kind of one of those animes that gets slow subbing because only the people with taste actually care about it.
Oh. So out of the animes you've seen, out of at least you're chosen to watch for the spring, Are you kind of satisfied at how each one is ending, or is it just kind of varies?
Yeah, they're all right. They're endings.
True.
It's kind of hard to discern if I really actually think the endings were all right, or if I've just seen so many train wrecks over the years. It's like, okay, they didn't do that yet. Whatever.
Right. I see what you're saying. I get you. Cool. Anything else, or?
Nah, I think that's it.
Okay. All right. For me, gaming wise, I've been kind of been all over the map, but just like the recent 3, I've been playing majority of the time. I've been we just got a PS2 like a few weeks ago, and we got God of War, the first one. So I've been playing a lot of that. In tribute to God of War 3, and man, I never played the first one, but like it is so fucking addicting. It is awesome. I'm like, I think I'm like 3 hours in. Like I'm past the kind of what's it called, like Lost Souls, or kind of like this desert area I'm supposed to go through, and it could get like I'm playing on normal, and it can get pretty hard like at times where like you're getting bombarded by like not only say harpies, but you're also getting bombarded by these big ass titans, and you're trying to balance that all at the same time. I will say though, like the abilities they give you, alongside of your blades, you can upgrade with new moves and everything. Comes in handy very, very much.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I never actually got to playing God of War. Probably will eventually.
I might just let you borrow it when I'm done with this one. But yeah, it's just it's a good game. And then I'll get God of War 2 when I'm finished with this one. But yeah, it's just completely awesome. I can see why everybody's loving God of War 3. Aside from that, though, I've been playing Mass Effect 2. I do plan to finish that this weekend, or at least by next week. And I just got done finishing the Morden loyalty mission I did today. Man, that was an awesome mission. I love.
For who? Did you encounter that one Krogan scout?
Yeah, I did. I encountered him. That was an awesome moment. Because he was just sitting there because, like, you know, he's all fucked up with drugs, and they experiment on him to get the genophage to work. And I chose the option of like telling him, like, basically like, are you a badass or not? And he's like, I don't know. Like, are you a badass or not? It's like, yeah, I am. And then he runs out screaming. I'm pretty sure I'm putting in vaguely what happened, but it was just an awesome moment that that was there.
Yeah, I think that's one of the ones where it's kind of better to play as Renegade. 'Cause I think in my one he was like, what are you whining like a Quarian with a tummy ache?
Oh, I didn't get that. I didn't get that option, but go on.
Yeah, I've actually seen videos. I don't know if this is something you can do in a normal game or not. Probably because you can kind of do the loyalty missions later. But if you have Tally there, she's like, "I'm standing right here."
Oh, damn! I would love to have taken her with that. Oh, oh, awesome. Yeah, like I was playing through the mission. That part was awesome. The fact that I'm kind of walking around in that little, when you first go in, and you're greeted by, like, you know, Rex's blood brother, and you talk to him and whatnot, which was a pretty cool experience. It got me thinking though, like, if I'm just thinking, like, if Rex survived, like, you know, what would it have happened? you know, if he survived and he was the one in control of the clan.
In my game, he was, because I didn't kill him.
Oh, lucky son of a bitch.
I take it you didn't manage to pass that particular check.
No, I chose the wrong option, and then Ashley killed him, and I was pissed. I tried. Even in my second time when I was getting back my profile, I couldn't find a way to save him. Or at least I didn't choose the right words. So, like...
You have to use the Renegade or the Paragon options.
Okay. So so since he survived in your world, what was the result of that?
Well, I'm not sure how much of a difference it makes. I don't think I've actually gotten to that part in my Renegade playthrough, and I haven't really played for a while, but I know he was trying to get a common ground for all the Krogan tribes, or whatever the hell they call them, so that they can, like, share the fertile females and...
Yeah, he was.
Kind of uniting all the clans, getting them all to basically pick up after their own stupidity.
Yeah.
Not entirely sure what else there was.
Okay. Yeah, it was pretty cool, the fact that it kind of references back. There's a lot of things in the second game that whatever you did in the first game has an effect in the second game. And that means not every little thing, but like just some key moments, which is awesome that they put in there. But yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of small things in this one, though.
Yeah. But like going through this mission, like you can really get a sense, or you get to know more than better. Because even though he used to be a soldier and now he's like a doctor. Like especially when you look at the dead female Krogan, and you're there talking to him, going through the options, he really is like he regrets for what he's doing with the genophage and how he has to use it to stabilize the Krogan. Even in his doctor medical science, he has some sort of spirituality that he has, or that he learned. And he expressed that, like when he saw the dead female Krogan. It was really interesting to see that side of him, because normally when you talk to the guy, he's talking to you scientifically like a William Shatner. Like he kind of sounds like William Shatner, like but like in a different voice, but like has that same kind of type of
except on speed.
Yes, exactly. But it was
probably knowing more about what he's talking about.
Yeah, but it was just, you get to know him better in this mission than than normally you would. We're curious, since you kind of go in the renegade route, because when I finished this mission, I stopped Morton from killing his pupil. Did you let him kill him, or
Well, actually, I don't think I've gotten to that part on my Renegade playthrough. I did a sort of Paragon canon playthrough. Well, not really fully Paragon, but kind of like my playthrough. A little bit more towards Paragon, so I sort of consider it that way.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Especially at the times where like you could be like full Paragon, but like every time you do the QTEs with Renegade or Paragon moments, like those Renegade moments are so badass. Especially especially the part where the Krogan's talking to you and he's saying, we're using the scientists and we're keeping them, and he's gonna help us cure the Phenagase. And he keeps talking, and then the Renegade icon pops up, and there's like a gas tank underneath him. Shepard says, "You talk too much." He shoots the gas tank once. Krogan thinks, you can't even shoot right. shoots it again and explodes and puts him on fire and he dies. Oh man, it's such a badass moment.
Yeah, it really. It's one of those things you can't really say it quite as well as you can actually just show the cutscene.
Yeah. It was so awesome when I pulled it off, though.
Oh, I always do that one.
Oh yeah. But
I just want to shut that motherfucker up.
Yeah, really, he was talking way too much. We both know what was going to happen after he talks, is they were going to fight, so might as well use the renegade option to kill him, to make things easier.
Yeah. There's also another Krogan I really like killing. Have you done a Grunt's loyalty mission yet?
Not yet. I got a message from him, or like an email message saying that he wants to talk to me.
Yeah, that one's interesting. The other guy who, basically Worf.
Yeah.
Yeah, he voices a Krogan in this one.
Oh. Wait. You mean? Oh, I thought Worf was Grunt. Oh.
No.
Oh.
Grunt is like 3 days old. Worf does not sound 3 days old.
That is true.
Kind of plays a prick in that one, actually.
Really?
Yeah, the Worf guy. I can't remember his name. Not like it really matters.
Yeah, true.
He's dead in my playthrough.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically what happens is Grunt has this kind of bloodlust thing going where that's what you're eventually going to find out when you go down to like the cargo. He's going to be like turning up ready to kill something, and he's like, what the hell is this?
Okay. Yeah.
And so he goes, you take it back to Tuchanka, and you find out from Rex's brother, apparently, that you have to go up and talk to this kind of Krogan shaman guy.
Okay.
And there's this guy from another clan who's kind of being a bitch about it, which is Worf.
Oh, the irony.
There's actually a really funny renegade option.
Don't tell me, I want to see it when I get to that part.
Oh, it will be great.
Nice. But,
It's not quite killing the Krogan with the gas thing, but it's pretty fucking funny.
Nice. Yeah, but yeah, I've been playing a lot of Mass Effect 2, just because I want to get it done and finished and over with, because everybody else already has. But the only other game other than that I've been playing recently is I've been going back and playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on the Xbox Live 360, and oh man, just bringing back those memories of, especially with the controller, because I used to play it so much when it was on the original Xbox, like every morning. And recently I've been playing it like the same way I have been back then, and I'm still using the same three people I've been using ever since Xbox One, which is Wolverine, Spider-Man, and Morgan. Although I have been switching up Wolverine from Metal to Bone, because Bone's faster, but he's not as strong as Metal. But yeah, I've just been kind of going back to that mode, and my thumbs like memorize every move to each of those characters, and yes, it is fun.
Sounds like me with Soul.
Yeah, definitely. The only difference is that whenever I play in the arcade, like, I can still do like the joysticks, but like the problem is that with the joysticks, like whenever I'm playing a fighting game, especially, like my hands start to cramp up if like I start doing it a bit too fast, or I get a little bit more intense, and like one time I work, or when I used to work at the cafeteria at my college. Like one time I was playing it in the arcade, and I got into like the fifth round, and like my hand was so fucking like cramping up. My veins were like so tense, like I couldn't move it. It's like, I can't play, but yeah, I gotta go on. I come back to the cafeteria, to my work, and they're asking me like what happened to my hand. I was like, I played too hard on Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
And this happened with a joystick?
Yeah, the arcade, like, I position my hand in a weird way when I put my hand over the buttons. Yeah, I just somehow get my wrist just kind of tightened up after I play like for a long time. Yeah, but yeah, yeah. I've been lately been playing that, and it's all good. It's all fun.
Yeah, that sounds like when I tried to play Street Fighter. I actually got like a blister on, I think it was my thumb, trying to play that fucking game.
Damn.
Like, I think it was Third Strike.
Oh, yeah. Third Strike was a good game. Oh, actually, speaking
at one time I was playing for like 2 hours. Like, God, trying to do all this thumb movement so fucking fast.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of which, after this segment, I want to show you this video. It is fucking insane what this guy did.
What'd he do?
Okay, so basically, real quick, he's like one of the top Street Fighter players out there, and he was in his tournament with this one other guy. It was at this anime convention going on, and he was low on health. Like, he was like one hit away, and he was playing as Ken. His opponent was playing as Chun-Li, and like everybody thought he'd be done, but he managed to pull back a comeback, and the way it ended,
Daigo?
Yeah, where he parried.
Everyone's seen that video,
dude.
I haven't seen it.
It's like how the hell do you parry that? There's just no way. Like, he parries every move every kick that Chun-Li did in her special, and comes back with his own special and wins the match.
Timing, my friend. Timing.
That's some pretty good timing. Damn. Oh man. Yeah, that was just like, I had to watch it twice just to be sure. But yeah.
Well, what I think happens with that is when you super parry, it kind of... Wait, did I just say super parry?
Yes.
When you parry a super,
yeah,
you get kind of just an extra second once you parry the first part. Because if you're parrying a super, in order to hit every single one of them, you would probably kill your thumb. So they kind of give you just a little bit more time, so it could be like tap, 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 tap. So it's not like tap, 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 tap.
Right. Man, I'm still amazed how he pulled it off, though. Yeah, so yeah, that goes as far as my gaming. And in my anime, I just the kind of like the main three animes I've been watching for this spring lineup was for Lady vs. Butlers, Soro no Wato, Baka the Test, and Darahara. Or Darahara. Anyways,
remember, cheerleader.
Right.
Do rah rah rah.
Do rah ha ha.
Rah rah. Rah. It's all ours.
Alright, I got it.
Think like a Japanese. Do rah rah rah.
Right. Okay. But yeah, like, out of the animes that I've been watching and watching the rest of the last of the episodes, like I just watched the last episode, Lady versus Butlers, yesterday, and the way it ended, I wasn't indifferent about it. Like it, it kind of fit with the character. Like it kind of had its ending, and it actually kind of stayed off the course of main character falls in love with such and such in the love triangle, and they go out and whatever. But it ended in the way that it kind of started, which is it actually was that actually did kind of like. I'm indifferent how it ended, but it was just pretty cool. I mean, then again, it had a lot of boobage and a lot of cleavage and everything. It was possibly the most arrow anime I've seen for this year so far. Yeah. And then the other anime that I finished watching, which I was disappointed in the ending, was Soro no Wato. And you okay? So basically, think of it this way: if you've been listening to my last several podcasts, it's just basically K-On! In the military, and it's just K-On! In the military. And the thing that surprised me is that the ending for this anime was a happy ending in a war mech type of anime, which you fucking never see, or like it's very rare you see a happy ending. And this isn't just normal happy ending. This is like Independence Day happy love fest ending. Like Rio, so basically, well, spoiler alert. I'm pretty sure you've seen it already. You're bound to hear what this is. If not, you're not missing much. Basically, so basically, was it Felicia, Noel, Kanata, and the other chick? I can't remember her name. The pigtail one. Basically,
don't look at me. I don't watch that crap anymore.
Yeah. Basically, so
with good reason, apparently.
Yeah. So basically, so they're on a tank. They are going out. And it's fully operational at this point, and they're trying to stop the war between their army and the Romans, and they have to give out the signal that the peace treaty has been signed, like no war is going to happen. So they go in. They're getting their ass beat, of course. They're getting fired upon by the enemy soldiers, but they manage to break through and get to the top of the like kind of like this rock, and then Kanata comes out and blows the signal, but then the soldiers are like, wait, it's the signal, like the ceasefire signals. Like, no man, we gotta keep going. Like, they're coming at us. We gotta ignore the signal. So then, like, they're about to fight each other, like this huge amount of armies. And then Kanata, out of desperation, plays a song that apparently everybody knows. That was apparently was played by this one princess at one time that everybody loved, and everybody just stops, like completely, like just stops, closes their eyes and listens to the song, and nobody's fighting, nobody's shooting each other, no tanks are exploding. They just stood there and listened to the song. And then after she was finished, they were like looking at each other, kind of confused, like, should we go and fight, whatever. And then Rio comes in with her like little bodyguards, and she's in the princess outfit because she's like she turns out to be like the younger sister of Princess Idia, and she turns out to be the kind of third to the throne or whatnot. So basically, she went and married the emperor, or Roman emperor, and made a peace treaty, and basically saying that the war's over. You guys don't have to fight anymore. And then from there, it's like it was like, hurrah, war's over. And in the very end, the emperor lets Rio rejoin her group, her military group, and it's just a big love fest from there. Like, everybody's happy, and like nobody died. Nobody got hurt. We'll take that back. One person did get hurt, but like aside from that, nobody died. It was like a very you don't see this in animes often, like the type of endings like that. We may see it in comedic endings, and you may see it in love stories because it's made for that. But a war mech, the opposite of what it usually ends on. This anime ends on a very, very happy ending, and it's very weird and strange to see that type of thing.
I'd say a war where nobody dies is kind of a really strange thing.
It is. It really is. Even at the point I was thinking, like, should I keep this series or should I delete it? Because I thought about it. It's like, no, you know what? I probably won't come back to it, and I probably think that this is just another one of those cases of another mole blob animes that just happened to come out during that explosion of a few months ago of too many of the mole blob animes, and it's just like it was like the results. It's like I was expecting something huge to happen toward the end. Like it got really close. Shit was gonna happen. I was expecting it to happen because I knew it was like a war type anime, and it was very lighthearted from the beginning. And I knew something was gonna happen, but like it never got to it. It was close, but it never got to it. So it disappointed me. Like, I want to say it disappointed me, and I kind of knew kind of how it was gonna be. So I was just like, yeah, you're not worth the space on my computer anymore.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what I gleaned from the first episode. It's if you watch the trailers, it seems like it might have something a little bit darker in the background. Like there might actually be something to the story that goes a bit deeper than, I don't know, what side of a chocolate cornet to eat.
Yeah.
Which apparently they kind of did to a degree, but after watching the first episode, I was like, do they really have the balls to pull this off? And apparently they don't.
They came close, but no cigar. Yeah.
No cigar is no cigar. I want my smoke, damn it.
Yes. But yeah, aside from that, I watching Baka the Test, and the funny thing I looked up I actually looked up on the forum because like I was like wondering like when the next episode coming out, and the funny thing is that I'm pretty sure that the manga, maybe it's different, maybe I'm not quite sure exactly, but like the first 3 episodes it set up this cool kind of, you know, these students are using like school skills like math and science to use as like kind of like their training ground for their avatars to fight one another, and you know they're ranked in A, B, C, D, E, or F, and like the classes fight each other in this virtual kind of battleground, and you like it was all set up very nicely. The first 3 episodes showed that, but then on it was more into these kind of comedic, perverted kind of 3 love story between the 3 main characters and then the supporting characters. And they like I was like wondering like somebody made a good point, like what happened to the main story? Like for a while, like what happened to, you know, the classes battling each other to get, you know, better classes or, you know, better grades, and like they never got back to it until recently in episode 11, I think it was. They get back to it, and the explanation for why they couldn't fight earlier is because they had to give them 3 months in order to get back into class fighting each other, which I guess it makes sense. I mean, if you have all that time, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be like dicking around and, you know, going after girls. But I'm like, it was just kind of weird that the explanation kind of made sense in a way, but it kind of, you know, just bullshit kind of thrown out there at the same time.
Yeah, that sounds pretty weak.
Yeah, but I'm not complaining. Like, I'm actually loving the series. And I think episode 12 was released last week, and I think the last episode's coming out tomorrow or Monday. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, the episode 11 was actually pretty good. There was, it was just pure. Actually, it made up for the series. Actually, so far, it's just pure action. Like all the stuff you missed from the first three episodes, like you got in episode 11. Like it's pure action. Like this is what you've been missing. You got classes fighting each other. It even has like a top-down view, and it's almost like playing a game in their point of view. So it was pretty cool. I'm hoping that the last two episodes would be the same, and then kind of closure out the classes and also a few other things that they kind of left it open. But yeah, and then I'm watching. I'm gonna pronounce this and hopefully I get this right. Dara ra ra ra.
Repeat after me. Do ra
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 ra. Okay.
do ra
Ra ra.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh god. Don't make me make a Pokemon God Fairy reference.
I can imagine. I think I know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a good reason I don't learn Japanese, especially if I happen to visit Japan. I'll be butchering it every word I make.
You'd be the typical gaijin in just about every single anime.
Yeah, that is true. But yeah,
like Simon.
Yeah.
The Russian sushi chef. You would be Simon.
Yes, I would. I'd be a big black guy who happens to be Russian and happens to be selling sushi.
You're a little too short for that.
Yeah, I know. But I've been watching the series, and like I said, I'm totally loving the series. I'm loving how it's more realistic and kind of something I can relate to a bit more. Aside from the whole Celty being the headless horseman type of thing, but it's really cool. I mean, I've been enjoying the series, and hopefully, like I said, the next 12 episodes will be just as good as the first 12. By the way, two things. One, I'm pretty sure I'm not sure if you guys know, but in the anime, there's a group called Dollars, and people, it's the way it's made is an online forum. It just happens to get really popular, and everybody just happens to be on Dollars gang. And then I was just curious and looked it up on the internet, and apparently there are several forum sites that are designed to be like the Dollars. And yeah, I joined one of them. Was it was cool the fact that somebody made this already, but I'm just gonna think in the back of my mind this won't last after the animated series is over, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be kind of like a fan thing for people who do like the stories that this particular author tells.
True, that is true, and it does. The cool thing is it does promote positive, positive actions and kind of being more of a good citizen, quote unquote. Which I'm pretty sure, I think it's fine. I think it could be used for some good, morally.
Kind of ironic, considering some of its members in the anime.
Very true. Yeah. But yeah, support the Dollars. And then the other thing I forgot to throw in when I was talking about Lady vs. Butlers. Okay, the entire time I was watching the anime series, if you happen to be the 15% that had not seen Lucky Star, if you hear and see the principal of the school in Lady vs. Butlers, she's pretty much a grown-up version of Kanata. And yes, even though it's not the same voice actor, but her voice is almost just the same, and her mannerisms are just as the same as her, which is just funny to see it.
Oh, Lord.
But anyways,
I eagerly await the day where we don't have to hear about that show.
I'm just wondering, like, I'm just wondering if they're gonna make another Lucky Star season. I mean, not to say I want another Lucky Star season, but like, I'm just curious as far as how KyoAni is gonna be with that. I'm not sure. I mean, yeah, who knows? Whatever fucked up thing they might be thinking, they might just throw it out there and just shit it out.
Let's see. Lucky Star was KyoAni, right?
Yeah, it was.
Full Metal Panic first.
Yeah, they're due for one.
Fuck the Moblobs. I want my Full Metal Panic.
And I'm pretty sure you will
Suckers
eventually.
have held off on the action for far too long. Show me some goddamn mechs and show me some people getting headshot. Lucky Star was alright when we thought it was going to be one show.
Yeah, KyoAni, like, after you get done with K-On! 2, just get back to some more better shit, because, like, you've been focused on the Moblobs a bit too much lately.
Yeah, focus on actually having a story this time. It'd be nice. It'd be a good change of pace.
It would, especially the art style, because when I saw Formal Panic, fuck, dude, like, the art style and the fucking detail in the anime episodes, oh, man, it looks so clean. Man, I thought I was watching that shit in Blu-ray.
They actually do have it in Blu-ray now.
I know, but at the time when it wasn't, it just looked so good and detailed. And every episode, that is some high quality shit.
Wait, the first season or the... Like, there was the first season, there was the Mofu, and then there was a second season.
No, I'm just saying just in general. I'm just saying just in general, the art style in the anime series, in that particular anime series, is really, really clean and really detailed.
Yeah, because the first season was alright, but the second season, or the second raid, since I guess Mofu was technically the second season, I never figured that out, but the second raid looked incredible.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, well, that does it for this first segment. So stick around. In the second segment, we'll introduce you to one of our new members. We'll interrogate him, and we'll get to know him a bit better. So, yeah, we will be back. Hello, everybody. Unfortunately, due to technical difficulties with our fellow member Sean Chapman, we will be unable to do the second segment. So in this episode, we're just gonna have the news segment, and then you heard the first part, so all steps in news. But yeah, next time around we'll have something planned out better. Yeah. So, anyways, enjoy the last part. Hello, everybody. We're back, and probably by the time you listen to this podcast, a few big things already happened. K-On! Season 2 started. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of right now at the moment. But anyways, so it's gonna be me and Alex doing the news since the other podcasters are busy or whatnot. So, anyways, yeah. So, yeah. So, I guess we should start either video game and anime. I'm indifferent to start or whatever. So, let's see.
Now I found a coin.
I know I should really. Hold on, let me. This is gonna be some live coin flipping. I got a coin right here. Actually, hold on. Okay, so heads anime.
Is one side scratched or melted?
Well, that's right. I forgot. The coin I'm using right now is a Canadian penny. So the maple leaf will be tails.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Two-Face wasn't Canadian.
It does have a picture of a woman on the other side. I think it's, what was it, Queen Elizabeth? I don't know, some old lady in the front. So yeah, that'd be heads. So tails would be video games, anime would be heads. So I'll flip it right now. So yeah, call up in the air. Alright, so I just flipped it in it's heads. So we'll talk about the anime news first, and then we'll go into the video game side. So alright, I want to get this one out of the way because I have a huge, massive excitement for it in many ways.
Popping a boner, man.
Yes, I can't help it, man. It's this anime looks so good. I mean, of course, it has fan service and other things that turn on my senses, but like, other than that, like, it looks like a potentially badass anime. And that anime I'm talking about is High School of the Dead. Anime trailer was put up recently, this week or last week ago.
So necrophilia.
Not in that sense, no. It's just.
I should hope not, man.
No,
or you'd have some serious deep-seated problems.
No, see, if I were ever to go down that path, then I'd be looking up some, like, grizzled, like, weird-ass shit more than usual.
Oddly enough, Japan would still have you covered.
That is true, and it's sad. But, the story was...
I know, I have seen it. I wish I had.
Yeah, okay.
Yet another reason to lose faith in humanity at this point.
Well, yeah. Well, ironically...
Moving on.
Yeah, ironically, this anime that was reported by us, but also the source was from AnimeNation.com. High School of the Dead anime has been going as an ongoing manga series for a long time, and as you corrected me on it, I still go back and correct it on news. Is that it's 24 chapters to a manga, so I think
that's what's translated.
Yeah, I'm assuming it must have at least, I don't know, at least like 50 mangas out already. If there's an anime on it right now, well,
take that back. You mean?
No, but like, wait, could I'm guessing like as far as the amount of books that are out on this anime right now.
Well, it could have 6 volumes.
Oh, that's probably it. Yeah. That could have been it. Oops.
Yeah, because it's like 5 or 6 chapters to a volume.
Right. Okay. Yeah, so, my guess is probably you're right that there is just 6 volumes out, but, they're finally putting out an anime of this manga, and I, for a while, really wanted to read this manga. I've seen a picture of it, and I was really trying to figure out what it was, but I just got busy, or like I didn't care at the moment. But now that the anime is coming out, I am really excited, and the anime looks so good. Oh, they didn't say. Wait, did they say that it was coming out? Is it coming out this year? I didn't say specifically when, but keep your eye out for High School Today. The trailer looks great. It's basically if they put like if they put like, I wouldn't say Left 4 Dead in anime form or in that sort of sense, but think of like, it kind of reminds me of Dead Rising, except not at a mall, but at a high school. And there's like 6 survivors this time around, and one's a bimbo nurse, one's a nerd, just happens to have a gun he made up out of like pencils and rulers. Then you got the badass guy with the bat, and you got every other chick in there has like a big bust, and like, yeah, it's fan service for both zombie fans and for anime fans at the same time, and it looks so good. So, yep, keep an eye out. So alright, so the next story I want to bring up is, hang on a minute. Another story we brought up from a while back was Baka to Test Season 2 has been greenlit. Now, they announced the second season to be, coming out on the last episode of Baka to Test. And after watching the first season of Baka to Test, I loved the series. It was something interesting and new. And I think I said before in the first segment that, yeah, I was like almost done with the series, and I was like kind of wondering when the battle shit's gonna happen, and it did. The last like 2-3 episodes, it did, and it was pretty awesome. So I'm glad they're having a second season because I love this series, and I like to keep it going. The only thing left for this right now for the first season is the OVA that's gonna come out today. Now it's like 6 episodes in. When they first broke out the story. But yeah, Alex, have you seen any Baka to Test?
No, I've heard a lot about it.
Yeah.
Mostly in terms of the trap video shoot.
Yeah. It's funny. Like, it's funny in the whole anime series. Like, they don't, like, at one point, like, they went to the hot baths in all the classmates, whatever, and they had like one for the guys, one for the females, and then one for him especially, because they don't know if he was a guy or a girl. Well, take that back. He is a guy, but like he's treated as a girl, or like think because he's such a trap. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm done with it.
Yeah, but overall it was a good anime, and I highly recommend anybody who is into school theme, and actually it kind of makes you want to do better in school. I kid you not. So
I just hope they're done with the trash shit.
The trap will probably return next season.
Well, for that show, alright, but like in general, this shit has gone too far.
Oh, I see.
There's been like 1, maybe 2 good traps ever. The rest is just like...
Yeah, I know what you mean.
There
I
are
get
no
what
words
you
at this
mean.
point.
Yes. I mean, we have enough share of our traps for a while, but I think at some point you got to draw the line on somewhere.
That's the thing. It was kind of funny when it was once or twice. There's like those few animes where it's like, oh, look at that freak.
Yeah, I see what you're going with this, but go on.
Yeah, it's like, Oh, that's so funny. He's wearing women's clothing. What a fag. Like, to a point you could kind of laugh about it. Now it's getting sad.
Yeah, here's my quick thought on it is that I think that maybe I hope it doesn't happen, because we had recently the Mo Blob era like a few months ago last year, and it could be the fact that we may end up seeing a more we'll be seeing more traps and more anime, or not animes as in like, for the rest of the year, but kind of in the same time period like Mo Blob was. So I don't know, it may happen. My guess, I hope it doesn't. I mean, I just like to keep it to a minimum, and I like my females more than guys.
All I can think at this point is that Japan must really hate women. That's all I can think.
I'm not surprised. I mean, they did make that sex doll that they're in the works, or I forgot. They showed it off at that sex convention in Vegas, right next to CES, this past year. So, yeah, I don't know. Japan is
Oh, I'm sure they're all eagerly awaiting the real life Chobit.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. We're going to have Chobits eventually. Either that'd be a good thing or a bad thing. Who knows?
I'm going with bad thing.
Yeah. So, oddly transitioning to our next news story. On the website of Black Rock Shooter Anime, it will be coming out on the monthly Megami magazine and monthly Animadia on the August issue in June. I mean, on the June 30th issue and on the August issue in July 10th. And what it's gonna. It's just a DVD, the OVA. They did show off the full anime episode on April 1st on their website, which, now that I remember that they did, I'm kind of pissed that I missed out on it. But at the same time, probably wasn't subbed, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, I've been wondering what the hell's up with that.
Yeah. Black Rock Shooter is, it was like kind of like an offshoot of Miku from the Vocaloid singing series, and because many Vocaloid fans have been craving and wanting a Vocaloid anime, and this is as close as it's gonna get for now. But Black Rock Shooter is pretty much the offshoot of Miku fighting whatever she's fighting, and the animation looks pretty well done. I mean, the trailer for it that came out a few months ago, it looks really well done, and it's same guys who did Haruhi Kiwani is making this one, which it looks good. It looks really good. I like the action. I like how it's drawn and everything. I'm very curious to see how would this pan out for an OVA. If this becomes a great success and sells a lot of DVDs, or I don't know how to bundle this with something, I'm pretty sure that there'll be a series be made in the process. If not now, then maybe later.
I just want to know what the hell this story is supposed to be. That's I've known like all this crap. Like it's Vocaloid, it's Black Rock Shooter, it's all this crap. Supposedly they're fighting something. I want to know what the hell is going on.
It's kind of hard to judge it from a trailer. And Vocaloid, like it's a music program. Like the only real hint as far as who's evil is just in that trailer, because there is no history of who's bad or who's not. There really isn't. So it's a real mystery to where everybody does not know what the hell is going on, but everybody's excited, like, because it's just Vocaloid shit that everybody wants. no offense, Vocaloid fans, if I said shit. But yeah, I am very curious though. I more than likely, see June 30th to July 10th. My guess, maybe even that they might be showing off at the next big anime convention. Might probably be AX because Fanime is before June, so or you never know. They might have some early release, but yeah, it's going to be very interesting. But we'll keep an eye out. At least it's not Moblob. At least that.
We hope. We hope.
No, going off that trailer, dude, that is not Moblob. That is some good art shit.
I haven't seen it. You don't know.
Oh, well, go see it. It's on YouTube, probably. You can go check it out. Or download it. It's pretty cool.
Alright. I doubt we have to worry about it selling now.
Yeah.
And
People
bought Endless 8. People will buy this.
That is true. Please, Kirani, do not fuck this up. Please. Because you already fuck up Haruhi as it is. We don't need you to fuck up anything else.
Yes, Kelani. Please don't.
Yeah.
It's not like it's that hard. 8 episodes, same shit. Every single time. 8 episodes, something different every time. Maybe on the same topic, but different.
I'm pretty sure that 1 over 8 will not kill you guys. Therefore, you guys will do a good ass job on this one episode of Black Rock Shooter, and hopefully spawn off a series if it goes well. So, anyways, there was one other news story I forgot to put in, but it's I can already tell you what it is because I read it. It was off of Snaku Complex, and it was because the K-On! 2 Season 2 series has came out this past week. By the time you're hearing this, or well, take that back. No, by the time you be hearing this, it'll be the week after. And the rumors of the second episode of the fact that it's just funny to see that Ritsu, the drummer of the band, like is revealed to have a boyfriend in the next episode, and then like I heard like also like the others, like eventually everybody gets a boyfriend except for Mio, which she apparently is like very old fashioned about it. But it's just funny the fact, which is irony because Mio was like the one with the biggest boobs, and apparently like you know the one that everybody would like to go after. You know, that's just off the bat, but
everyone's seen her striped panties. She can't get married anymore.
Yeah, but if that happened, I would have gone after her, like just like that. I would have jumped on stage. No.
That actually would have probably made for a better I guess they were the extras.
Yeah.
I remember seeing those, and it was like crappy crayon shit.
Oh yeah, I remember watching that. Yeah. Yeah.
They weren't really funny either.
Yeah. But it's just the fact that, I mean, on one side, like, this shit does happen, like, you know, high school girls do get boyfriends regardless, or, you know, they try to, or they, whatever, you know, they're taking that real life approach. But at the same time, like, otaku fans who are watching or hearing this podcast are like, no, fuck, you know, they're all disappointed because now all their favorite fan characters are getting boyfriends, and they feel like, you know, they're entitled to something. Except if you're a Mio fan, which is like 80% of the K-On! Base for otakus. Like
that's the
like,
consolation
yes.
prize.
Yeah, it's not a bad price either though.
What was that again?
It's not a bad price either.
I'm sure they had to have something to calm down the raging fan base of otaku.
That is true. But yeah. Yeah, so, season 2. Oh, and I forgot to add one more thing. Okay, so it also came from the same place, Knuckle Complex, saying that there's going to be a third season of K-On! But I think what it is it's taking the same approach, released like the other, like some other animes recently, where it may announce like a third season, like kind of before, like a beginning or midterm or the midway through the second season, and it's probably going to be to where when the second season ends for K-On!, the third season will come a week later, so you don't have to worry about or wait a very long ass time for it, which is cool. Or it just simply means that it's going to be a 24 episode season for the second season. Either way, there's going to be more K-On! For about a good, let's see, what's today? April? Yeah, it's going to be going for like a good, I want to say 3 or 4 months, I think, if I'm doing it right at the math.
I don't think you get your seasons right. Unless you're talking about the first part. If the first half, then yeah, that's probably about 3 months.
Okay, yeah.
For 26, it would be 6.
Oh, okay.
4.
Right. Okay. 6 months. What would 6 months be from now? It's April right now, so. Alright. Well. We'll have to see. It'd be kind of funny if that they turned out like it goes down the story of like kind of like an old rock band where like, you know, the reason why they broke up because of drugs and like scandals and everything like that, kind of like a typical band that would break up and then the years later rejoin.
There was a dojin about that.
I did actually. Now that you mentioned, I read that. That was actually kind of sad, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember Yui died of a drug overdose.
Oh, I didn't read that far. I read that Yui was like, wait, was it Yui or her sister? Like, there was like the biggest guitar star like on Earth.
I just remember something about Huey. There's this little page where it was like the obituary for her. It was like the Japanese Jimi Hendrix died today of a drug overdose.
Oh. Damn. I wonder. Yeah. Wait. I better not ask. I better not ask that question. I'm thinking right now. I'll just move on. It's supposed to be it's supposed to be made it's supposed to be made not to make you sad, but to, you know, do other things. But I'm just like curious to people who actually, you know, got off on it.
Well, I think there were sex scenes. I didn't actually read the whole thing.
There were a few, but it's like somehow they snuck in a sad story into it. It's like, why are you supposed to be turned on by this or what?
It's Japan. Somebody is turned on to it. Somebody. We don't want to be around those people, but they're there.
Right. Yeah. Well, and that does it for our anime segment. So now we move on to video games. I'll start with this one because I think me and Alex both agree that Heavy Rain is one of those great games you have to play if a PS3, and also it's a great experience. And
well, I like the idea.
Okay.
I haven't actually played it yet, so that's kind of a problem.
That is true. Nor have I, but I've seen the demo played in front of me by my friend the other day. And it looks really good. It's awesome. But, yeah, it was reported by One Up today that Heavy Rain has sold over 1 million copies as of today, and to them that is a success. And to their credit, it is, because Heavy Rain, like, it didn't have that much publicity. I don't think it got much from Sony's help or anybody else, but I think what helped it was the media with the game reviews and also the word of mouth. And I really think that this game is, I don't think it's underappreciated anymore. I think it is a game that is worth renting or buying for PS3 to check out. And it's more of an experience than it is a game, but it's still something to check out. It is really awesome.
Yeah, I'm surprised it even got that much. Like 1 million?
Yeah. I know what you mean, because, like, who would actually buy a game that is not, especially nowadays, that is not an action or not an RPG, you know?
People who have taste that isn't decided by how many ways they can put a bullet in someone's head?
More or less, it's like it's something very new. It's like you've seen the flavors of ice cream, but then you suddenly find this weird-ass ice cream that you have no clue what's about, and you taste it, and it's like finding the secret ingredient, something like that. A weird analogy, but yeah.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, I'm really surprised that it got this far, considering I still remember when it was like a tech demo or something.
Right, yeah, where they showed up at tech demo, and everybody was saying this, oh, it's just QTE, the movie, you know? So, like, everybody was down on it already, like, after they showed it off, but after a while, they showed off more shit and find out that later it was a good game.
Actually, it may not have been the tech demo I'm thinking of. It could have been. I remember it was E3, and it was I think it was the person who was supposed to turn into the wife. You know that one sequence where you have where they show Sheldon fighting that guy?
Yeah.
The fat cop dude and the jackass looking bald guy.
Yeah, I saw that fight actually the other day.
Yeah, the girl in the background, I think, is what they used for the thing way back. Because I remember they had this thing where it was like an audition.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah, that was Heavy Rain, like 3 or 4 years ago.
I remember it was her on the ground in the kitchen, and like, didn't she have a gun and she was crying the entire time?
Well, what it was is it started off with her in the audition, and then it kind of like switched over to this kitchen that's like raining outside and there's lightning and all that shit. And she's talking about what was it? I know that there was a part where she was talking about. She was basically having this monologue about how this guy screwed her over somehow.
Yeah, I don't remember all of it, but she was talking about something along those lines. And I remember, like, back then when that hit E3, people were so just amazed by the graphics and how real it looked and how the tears looked so real, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I was excited about it then. Then it just kind of like slid off the radar for a good 3 or 4 years. I just kind of find it funny how, like at the beginning of that, she was talking about how she doesn't normally get parts because she's too tall. And then at the end, they kind of one of the guys doing the audition is like, well, the one guy says it's good, and the other one says, yeah, she was good, but she's too tall for the part. Next.
Yeah, it's weird that they did the voice actors. I think it was funny. They had the voice actors in. I think it was I think I want to say it's in France because the company is in France, um, or they had it in America. I'm not sure the whole details on the voice acting, but at some parts of the game, especially the demo that was shown recently, like some of the voice acting kind of is off-putting at some points of it, especially the fight between Sheldon and that jackass. I do have to say though, um, in that fight between Sheldon and that guy, it it I mean, realistically, a fight, like a real fight, like it's not really very flashy or anything like that. So when they fought, like that's pretty much what a real fight would look like if it was like between like two guys, given the situation. One guy's, just kind of like wrestling and rope doping the whole time.
Yeah, there's no Neo cameo in here.
Yeah.
Nobody knows Kung Fu.
Yes, nobody has swollen the red pill.
Sheldon might have needed the blue pill once in a while.
Oh, yeah. So, on to our next story. Reported by Shaq News, Konami teases a new Silent Hill game to be shown a trailer at E3, and from what the screenshots are telling and what I've been reading, it might be a remake of Silent Hill 2, which it'd be kind of hard to mess up on a remake of Silent Hill 2, but you never know. I mean, Konami hasn't been producing the good Silent Hill games for a little while since Silent Hill 2, because Silent Hill 3, 4, and 5 are they're all right. I mean, meh.
Oh, it would be a nice way for them to start it, though.
It would be a very, actually, yeah. If they nail this right, it will probably put Silent Hill back on the map because they've been out of it for a while. Yeah. Like Silent Hill 2 is a good game. And I hope they do a good job on it.
So do I, especially if it's a remake.
Yeah, definitely.
What was it? PS2 era?
Yeah, the Silent Hill 2 came out on the PS2 like in 2001.
Yeah, I don't think that shit will fly anymore. I'm sure.
Yeah. 9 years later, a remake might happen, and I hope it's good. We all do. So probably won't see anything until E3, which I think is next month. So yeah, keep an eye out.
Okay. Maybe trying to rip off what Capcom did with Resident Evil.
I don't think it's the same situation as Resident Evil with Capcom. Is because Capcom.
Well, not the same situation, but it's the same idea.
Same idea. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they're trying to reboot the series with a remake of their older games. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. So.
Nice.
Yeah, it would. So keeping along with the horror aspect of video games right now, also reported from Shaq News, Fear 3 live action trailer shows off gunplay, glamour of childbirth. So I don't know if you got a chance to check out the trailer for Fear 3, the live action one. Wait, have you?
Okay.
Did you check out the Fear 3 trailer?
Yeah, I'm finding it kind of funny that I'm assuming that the guy in the trailer is the guy from the first one.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, because he kind of sounds like him, and like I can't think of any other person that happens to be, in his lines, like part of the family, as they said it. But it's, man, that was a weird ass, that was a trippy trailer I saw, man. That was just, yeah.
I find it kind of funny is that the guy that they have now kind of looks like, what's his name from the second one? The fat kind of geek dude.
Oh, him.
What was his name?
I can't remember his name, but yeah, I know you're talking about. He was the annoying guy. He was in the first one too, right?
Was it like something fist? Snake fist, maybe?
I can't remember off the top of my head, but oh yeah.
I think Snake fist makes sense to me, but it could be something else. I know it started with an S and it ended with fist, so.
Yeah. I still gotta play Fear 2, even though I saw the ending though. But I'm excited at Fear 3, and it's coming out this fall, which is pretty quick. So I'm guessing we'll see more Fear 3 at E3. But this trailer is just very trippy, very weird. Yeah, if it's anything like Fear 2, it'll be like completely like scare the shit out of you at night.
I hope it has some interesting dialogue, like in 2. Can I imagine what?
Can you imagine how the kid would like ask her mom, like, "Mom, who's my dad, or how did I get born?" And she replies, "Well, you see, I kind of, forced him against his will to have you."
No, it probably wouldn't be anything like that. Kid would probably be an orphan and he'd just get followed around by a little child until he's 50.
Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? But the interesting part about all this is that because, okay, so the first Fear game was made by Monolith and Sierra at the time. And then the second game was developed by, I think it was Monolith's last game in the Fear franchise, and then also co-creating it was another company. So the third game is going to be developed by Day One Studios, the guys who did the Fear console editions. But it's going to be interesting to see how this will turn out, because like I'm not sure. I may be wrong, but Day One Studios, if it's a completely different video game company making the Fear 3 game, then this will be a different rendition of what Fear will be, or however you want to put it.
Meaning a different, like, canon plot?
Yeah, their own take on it. I'm hopeful if they keep it the same as 1 and 2. I really do.
Well, there's a way of making it... There's a way of adjusting a story. Just... I don't know, add a little more flavor to it. But it's kind of a hard mark to hit. Or at least for anyone who's been trying over the last 10 years, they never seem to do it very well.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. More than likely, we will see probably more stuff out of E3. We should really start looking at that for next month and see what we can do. But yeah. So, anyways,
All I know is I hope it has more hip eponymous fight conversations.
You know what we should do, actually, now that I can think about it? And yes, I'm keeping this in the podcast because I am God. Now that I think about it, maybe we should like a special like E3 podcast, like predictions before E3 happens and then afterwards and Yeah, that'd be cool. Okay. I'll look into it, you guys. So, look for a special E3 episode of Mission Stars. So, keep tuning in for the 3, 5, 10 of you that actually listen to us. Alright. So, the next news story for video games is that this is from Shack News, and I read this. I was thinking, just Microsoft for thinking right finally. Microsoft changes Microsoft points bundle amounts. So basically, okay, the annoyance we had for Xbox 360 of Microsoft is the fact that when you bought points on their system, you always had some left over. It wasn't the exact amount you want to use to buy, say, a DLC for a game or one of the independent games on there. It wasn't exact, but you're basically be spending more money than you wanted to. So now what's happening is that they changed the bundle amount of points to where now for $5 you get 400 Microsoft points. For say $10, 800 Microsoft points. Basically, they set it to where if there's a DLC or map out there that you want to buy, they set the amount to where it's going to what it's going to be, because right now majority of the time games, maps, and DLC are ranging from the 800 Microsoft points, 400 Microsoft points to 1600 Microsoft points as of right now. And thank God Microsoft realized this and took this approach. I would still like to have it to where it would be a credit card, or like, a card you put in the amount you want to charge. But knowing them, they didn't want to take that PS3 route they're doing right now and rather have this instead, which is still pretty good. I like, yeah. So, and I know you don't have an Xbox, Alex, but it's like, I'm trying to put it in another way.
Yeah, I'm indifferent.
Yeah, it's just something that an annoyance that is finally going away. Not completely, but a good amount of it.
Well, now it's going to be the odd numbers of Microsoft points that you'll need that will screw you up and make you pay more.
Yeah, that is true, but I doubt it. If they keep it the way it is, I think everything will be fine. But yeah, I'm like, thank God, finally. So, and then there is one other, not much of a story, but I just saw a trailer of, I'm pretty sure it was announced like a month or two ago, but No More Heroes 1, it's being brought over to 360 and PS3. They haven't announced when. My guess is probably they'll announce it at E3. But they will, it's going to be ported to the 360 and PS3 in HD. And I saw the trailer, and it looks exactly like the Wii, but just for the fact that it's coming over 360 and PS3, I'm really excited because I've been wanting to play this game for the longest time, because this hits off my nerd boner just so hard.
Calm down, my boy.
I can't help it. Travis Touchdown is pretty awesome. He's like me. He's an otaku, who just happens to have a big lightsaber for some reason.
Yeah, you go shake your lightsaber on your off time. Let's get to this.
Right. The interesting thing is that because the PlayStation Move and the Natal will be out this fall for both PS3 and 360, I'm wondering if they're going to implement the motion controls that was in the Wii version to both 360 and PS3. And I'm just curious to see how that will, if they're going to implement that, or they're going to stick to just the usual gamepad controls, which I have no problem if it is or not. I just love the fact that they're finally porting over No More Heroes.
Yeah, I don't know if they did that because they had the new motion control crap from the PlayStation and Xbox in mind, or if they just did because it was a good game that I think probably suffered because of the outdated visual.
Yeah, and more or less, I'm not a Wii owner. I wanted to play, and it's a good game on the Wii, and it didn't sell as much because, let's face it, third-party games on the Wii did not sell as many as first-party games that are from Nintendo. So, being ported to 360 and PS3 is probably the best move that Grasshopper Studios is making right now. And here's my guess what's going to happen is that it will actually produce a lot more than the Wii ever did, as far as like the copies it sold on the Wii. That's my prediction, just right now.
Probably. I'm betting there are a lot of people who saw that and thought, wow, that's awesome, but why are the visuals so fucking old?
Even with the cell shaded type of thing, it does look outdated. But with the HD revamp of it, it kind of still has the same look, but it looks better.
Well, cell shading can work. There's Borderlands. That's obviously something that looks very good, even though it's cell shaded. I think there was Okami.
Yeah.
That was back in the PS2. Anyway.
Yeah.
Borderlands, however, is new.
Yes, definitely. So what this means that if No More Heroes does pretty well on the consoles, we'll probably see the second No More Heroes 2 to come out. I'm pretty sure that it's going to happen. I think. I don't think they're going to be. I don't think they'll not put out the second one up for PS3 and 360 after they put out the first one. I think that they're going to do it regardless.
I sincerely hope they do.
Same here.
Beautiful.
And with that, we have come to our conclusion of this episode. Huzzah!
It's over? Really?
Yeah. It's more or less, for everybody listening, it's only like, I don't know, an hour or two, depending on how much I can edit this podcast. But for me, it's like a week, two, or late. Yeah. It is a month late, probably more than a month, but there is a reason why I'm actually a little more initiative to get this done and get ready for the one at the end of this month. So I won't tell you when, but I won't tell you what it is, but you will find out, all of you. So,
Alright.
So
let's go ahead and end this episode.
Sure. So you can follow us on Twitter, or my Twitter, at Defective Naruto. Wait, is it Twitter/DefectiveNaruto.com, or you just look up Defective Naruto. You can subscribe to us on iTunes, which is, pretty cool. You can check out our videos, especially check out our videos on some of the sites we've been using to host our videos. YouTube, I'm still figuring out. I'm not completely sure what the hell's going on. Fucking YouTube codecs are fucking out my videos every time I upload. Yeah.
Let's just say look for the link.
Yeah, look for the link. Support our supporters on the front page, and we'll go into detail about what's going to happen in the next podcast. And do realize I'm a college student. My friends are college students, or the cast crew on this podcast on this website. So time for us is not very hard to get, or it's kind of hard to get. I'm trying to say we will do it when we have time. It's just right now it's college time.
It is hard to organize.
Yeah. So there will be at least another episode at the end of this month, and then I think there'll be like a couple actually in the next month, just due to a few things like E3 and Fanime coming up. So, yeah. So, So keep checking our website. Yada yada. Yeah. So, any parting words you want to say to the audience, Alex?
And thus ends this episode of the Twilight Zone podcast. Actually gets fucking done edition.
Okay, we're out. See you guys.